Becky's brother, John. So I just wanted to say, like, the first time I met Powell was 2009 when we visited during the holidays, right after a huge blizzard, about 2 feet of snow on the ground and on the cars, and it didn't phase him. And I remember calling you beforehand and saying, Beck, 2 feet of snow on the ground, and it was just like, okay, well, we're on our way. And my mom and Doug, Tucson, had met you already, and my mom was just ecstatic. She said, that Powell was great. I loved her right away. You're going to love her. And then she said, and at the time, it kind of sounded more like a warning, she's just like Becky. And I think every time everybody sees you two together, they say the same thing. They're really the same. Just meeting you a bunch of times, Paola, I just wanted to let you know that I think that you bring out the best of Becky, and I think that you bring out the best in Becky, and I think that that's the way that you're most alike, because I always thought Becky brought out the best in me. Becky's smart, and you're bright, and you always know the right thing to do. Becky, her friend Jess said it best, she lives by example. Becky's that voice in your head that you hear when you think about not recycling. She's that voice in your head when you leave the water on, when you're brushing your teeth. You always know what I'll like and what I'll need. And she literally she literally handed me my favorite book of all time and turned me on to my favorite music of all time. And I think you're just full of surprises. You're fun. And I like making you laugh. And as everybody knows too, you're just the worst shopper of all time. She's just a terrible shopper. None of her family goes shopping with her. And she takes hours to decide between a pair of socks or what flavor bagel she wants. And you just throw your hands up in the air and say, that's Becky. Because one day you're going to get a phone call out of the blue, and it's going to be Becky, and she's going to say, guess what, I'm going to Switzerland. And guess what, I'm moving to Vermont. And guess what, I'm moving to San Francisco, and that's also Becky. And, I always think about high school, the way you used to make friends. I can't tell you how many times somebody pulled me in the hallway or said, you're Becky's brother? And the same thing that my mom said about Powell. I like Becky right away. She's so mellow, And speaking of friends, I just wanted you to appreciate that all the friends that came here, family from Tucson, Arizona, and from Philadelphia, New Jersey, from Chicago, Wisconsin, Vermont, Montreal, Los Angeles, Oregon, and from 6,500 miles away, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, the Soto family. And from the Soto family, the most important person here, Paola. I just want to thank you for finding Becky and for bringing out Becky. And Becky and Paola, thanks for bringing us all up here.
Thank you.
Can't believe we're